J-Mad is not your everyday lunch partner. He's all the way raw.
How are you going to say Black Lives Matter when the only reason you come out is when cops kill us and we don't come out when we kill ourselves? That's crazy, man.
He's all the way real.
The truth? You can't even handle the truth.
And most of all, he has his priorities right.
I want the Falcons and the Hawks to be my pallbearers at my funeral. That way they can let me down just one last time.
J-Mad gives it to you big.
Yeah, you need that real talk. Well, J-Mad, he got you right here doing God's work, bringing life after the collar. Hey, radio show, and he's doing it big. You just can't ignore J-Mad, bringing you the word. Just holla at your boy. Hey, life after the collar with J-Mad.
That's right. You are listening to your boy J-Mad on Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio. And we are going to make it do just what it's supposed to do. Yeah, we're going to have a really good show today. But here's what we're going to make I'm not going to get too hyped today. I'm not interested in getting hype, and I'm not even trying to. So if you're in the gym, unless you like mellow music, and not really mellow music, I mean, it's going to be some upbeat music, but I'm not getting crunk today. We are having actually a 2-for-1. We're going to do a 2-for-1 today on a artist profile. Featured artists. We have 2 featured artists. 2 of my all-time favorite artists in this age here. Luther is my all-time. That's my dude. So Luther is always my all-time favorite. No ifs, ands, my buts about it. But my boy Babyface. I hardly ever play Babyface, and I actually don't do too many Luther Vandross either. Because I get carried away with Luther Vandross. I really would get carried away with Luther Vandross. But we're going to have a great time, great show today. It's going to be real mellow. It's going to be real easy. And we're going to have a grown folks conversation. I know I said yesterday that I wanted to talk some more about this thing that's going on with 45. I don't want to deal with that today. That's I think all of us are beyond. I think all of us need some space from that, and including me, because I was embedded into news today about some of the things, and I really don't know how to feel about that. So I'm not even gonna go in that direction. I also wanted to talk about the Chicago shooting. There's something I am considering doing that we need to unite with. And try to handle some things in that area, because if a white guy can go and shoot up 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 people and get brought out in handcuffs, and a black guy sitting on the side of the road selling cigarettes, or you tell him to give him your license and he reach for his license and you shoot him, and he get killed. We have to do something about that. We really do. We really do. Don't get it twisted. Every time I see a cop, because I know how dangerous that job really is. It is a dangerous job, and every time I see a cop and they pass me, if I'm in close proximity of them, I always tell them thank you for your service, just like they do me. People that knew I was in the military, they would say the same thing. So I do the same. So I'm not minimizing that. However, I want to attack the culture in that area. So, but we're not going to talk about that tonight. I want to talk about something that's grown folk conversation. So what I want you all to do, this is what I need you all to do. Let me see how many people are on right now. Let me see everybody that's on right now. Yes, I can tell who's on. I really can tell who's on. Let me see how many people are on. Where are you? I'm trying to hit the right buttons. Okay, we're good. So here's what I need you to do. If you are able to chat in the chat room, some of you all simply just click on my profile, some of my social media stuff, and you're able to get in without being able to get to the chat room. But if you're in the chat room, I'm going to play a couple of songs before I go to the motivational moment. If you can text in the chat room, excuse me. If you can go in the chat room and have them, just mellow out, get somewhere and sit down, or get to a place, whether you're cooking dinner, whether you're doing homework, whether you're doing housework, whether you're just chilling, whether you're reading a book, whether you're just on the patio having a cigar, whatever the case may be. Just get somewhere and relax, or get into a frame of mind that you're able to enjoy this conversation. And I don't know where it's going to go and how it's going to end up, but we're featuring India Reed today, and we're featuring PJ Morton. We're featuring India Ari and PJ Morton today. So it's going to be a great show, great show today as far as music is concerned. And I know the conversation is going to be good as well. I'm going to start off with this. This is not PJ Morton or India Ari. However, this will set the mood for today. This is my jam right here. Easy. The Commodores back in the day.
Girl, I'm leaving you tomorrow. Seems to me, girl, you know I've done all I can. You see, I beg, stole, and I borrowed. Yeah. Ooh, that's why I'm easy. Like Sunday morning. That's why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning. Why in the world would anybody put chains on me? I've paid my dues to make it. Everybody wants me to be what they want me to be. I'm not happy when I try to fake it. No. Ooh, that's why I'm easy. Like Sunday morning. That's why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning. I wanna be high.
Well, good evening, good evening, good evening. This is your boy J-Man on Life After the Collar, Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio. The song we just played, Easy by the Commodores, actually has been a part of my my day-to-day. It has really been a part of my day-to-day. And I wanted to share that with you all in my motivational moment, or a lead into my motivational moment, for a reason. The motivational moment and today's conversation is simply about growing up. We're no longer in high school. We're no longer in college. Majority of us are no longer in our 20s. Maybe a couple of us are in our 30s. But there's a cliche that is said so often. And that conversation is this: life is too short. In life, we're going to experience some good days and some bad days. In life, we're going to make some sound decisions. And then on the flip side of that, we're going to make some real jacked up decisions. There are days that we're going to do things perfectly. But then there's going to be other days that we're going to make some huge mistakes. I say all of that to say this. Life experiences should have caused you to grow up. Life experiences should have taught you how to respond in a better manner. Forgive me, I used the terms "you" a few times. So I digress. And I say it should have taught us, life experiences should have taught us so many different things. But instead, a large part of us find ourselves being hit by the stick of Rafiki over and over and over again. Rafiki met with, I think it was Timon, and I think he did it to Simba too. But I know he did it to Timon in Lion King. He had a stick in his hand and he swung it and he hit him in the head. And when he hit him in the head, he said, Timon said, "What did you do that for?" And he said, "It doesn't matter. It's in the past." He said, Timon said, "But sometimes the past hurt." Rafiki, I'm paraphrasing, basically says, it doesn't matter. It's still in the past. He swung again, and Timon was able to duck because he learned the lesson from the first time he got hurt. My sisters, my brothers, my listeners, my family, tonight we're going to have a conversation about simply the word mature. It's about maturing in life. Whether it's about a Christian walk, we're growing up. The Bible tells us that we should become mature. We shouldn't. When I was a child, I spake as a child. I acted like a child. I did things children do. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. We could talk about the spiritual side, and we will talk about the spiritual side. But one of the things that I've noticed in life, whether it's real life, because I've had to deal with people on the real life scale in this issue, but on the flip side, on social media, man, this thing on Whitney said that was Simba, but I know it happened to Timon too, because I was just looking at it when Timon met Rafiki for the first time, and Rafiki told Timon to look beyond what you see. If I'm not mistaken, it was Timon. So it must have happened twice in the movie. Maybe in part 1 and part 2. I don't know. But on social media, I've learned that you can really find a person's mental status. I'm gonna use the word stability. You can judge a person's stability on social media by things that they post, even in daily conversation. Sometimes even in my grandfather just said, sometimes you just have to let a fool talk. Just let them talk. And so that's what we're going to be today. I really, really do hope you all enjoy the music selection today. These are some of my NDRE and PJ Morton, or it's their style of music. Yes, it's a because I'm also into neo soul, but beyond neo soul, the words itself, every song that I play today, I really want you to listen to the words themselves, and listen to the expression. I want to take us on a journey. I want us to take us on a spiritual journey and a realistic, a physical, natural journey in life. I want you to go back. You remember when you was in high school and middle school? I think it started mainly in middle school. I like you. You know, you sent that little note. Hey, pass this to Jill over there. Pass that over there to Jill. And it goes over 2 or 3 people, and it goes. And when Jill opens up the note said, "I like you. Do you like me? Yes or no?" Put a check in the box. Life was so simple back then. And then when you got into high school, your emotions kind of kicked in. Your emotion, I mean, you know your heartbreak in middle school. It is what it is. You know, you wasn't doing nothing, no way. But when you got in high school and you got connected with someone, and that first real heartbreak up, man, look at here. And the way you responded then, and this is where we're going with the conversation today, the way you responded in high school should not be the same way you respond today, because you've grown as a I got something stuck in my throat. I caught it though. I caught it. So here's what we're gonna do. I want y'all to just sit back. I hope y'all got your wine. I hope you got a good cigar if you smoke cigars. I ain't gonna talk about the other green stuff y'all be smoking. But we're just gonna go in and out of NDRE and PJ Morton. PJ Morton, if y'all don't know, PJ Morton is Bishop Paul S. Morton's son. He also is a member of Maroon 5. He also has his own gig going on with the PJ Morton Band. And he has a few albums out. My microphone is stuck somewhere. There it is. So their style of music are very much similar. Matter of fact, there was a song when I was in the military, and I'll play that first. Let me see if I can find it. There was a song when I was in the military that I fell in love with. I fell in love with this song. And it wasn't until I moved to Atlanta, and it was by NDRE. I knew it was NDRE singing, but I didn't know the voice in the background until I moved to Atlanta, only to find out that that person was P.J. Morton, who I know. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. Y'all just sit back, relax. If you're in the gym, I'm sorry. Not unless you like neo soul type music and you can get your run on, your groove on, however you lifting weights, running on treadmill, doing jumping jacks or whatever. But here it is. All right. You're listening to Life After the Collar with your boy J-Man on.
Your favorite food, what you like to do, your favorite color, or any other thing on your mind that you like to share. 'Cause I can stay here and listen to every word. Because I'm interested. Can I be an instrument in changing your life? Is that alright? Because I'm interested. I'd rather be with you instead of anyone else. Because I'm interested in your middle name. Now don't be ashamed, no. It's between me and you. Everything that we do. So let your guard down, because there's a new girl in town. Come to turn it around. I hope that you are down, because I'm interested. Can I be an instrument? Can I be an instrument? Oh, is that alright? Is that alright? Because I'm interested. Yeah, I'd rather be with you instead. Anybody else? Anyone else? then. Come on, let's talk about it. He sits next to me and smiles, listens to all of my words, relaxes all of my nerves. Like breathing, let it go. Shout it loud, take deep breaths now. Breathe slow, calm down. Close my eyes, sounds slow, ease my mind. Take control, follow my body, please. Work your psychology. You've taken good care of me, always been there for me. Boy, I can't bear to leave, 'cause I need your therapy. Giving me everything, so much I ever could need. Without you, I'm weak in the knees. I need your therapy. Oh, 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 oh. I need your therapy. Oh, oh, I need you to come and lay hands on me. Oh, 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 I need your therapy. Oh, oh, oh. He puts his hand on my lower back, his face in my neck, and says something to make me laugh. Makes me forget I was mad. His touch feels so right, it's like he's reading my mind. Yeah, I need him all the time. Like breathing, let it go. Shout it out, take deep breaths out. Real slow, calm down. Close my eyes, sounds slow, ease my mind. Take control of all of my body, please. Work your psychology. You've taken good care of me, always been there for me. Boy, I can't bear to leave, 'cause I need your therapy. You've given me everything, so much I ever could need. Without you, I'm weak in the knees. I need your therapy. Oh, 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 oh. I need your therapy. Oh, oh, I need you to come and lay hands on me. Oh, oh, oh. I need your therapy. Oh, yeah, yeah. When it feels like I'm losing power, when I feel like a will to fly, the way you touch me says I'm all for you. It heals me just to hear you say I love you. Hey, you've taken good care of me, always been there for me. Boy, I can't bear to leave, 'cause I need your therapy. You've given me everything, so much I ever could need. Without you, I'm weak in the knees. I need your therapy.
You're listening to Life After the Collar with your boy J-Man on Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio. We're also on Spotify. We're also on iHeartRadio, Spotify. Alexa can holler at Tumblr. I didn't even know I was on Tumblr. I just found that out today. So what they do, as the show grows, they add me to different platforms, apparently. I didn't know that. So I saw a list of platforms that I'm on now. Man, they even launched me on YouTube. I looked on YouTube today, and I have like a whole profile of YouTube, old past shows that I've done. Oh, and by the way, at the end of this month, I am going to delete the first 2 months of this show, of this of Life After the Collar. Excuse me. So if there's an episode that you want to download, you can download. Listen, you can download our episodes. You can download our episodes, and you'll be able to just play them at your leisure. So make sure you're able to do that. And if those are episodes that you want to go back and revisit. The first episode was our few episodes was our trial and error. We got some new equipment in. We tested that; it sounded better. And then someone sold into us and gave us some more, even better equipment. That's why I love people. Oh, I went to y'all know I do a show Friday nights live at Paradise Island in Lithonia, Georgia. And there was a guy there. I had complimented him on his suits. How about he bought me 2 suits Sunday? He ended up bringing me 2 suits by Sunday. when I drove by there real quick, and he gave me 2 suits. How about that? Make it do what it do. Yeah, I like it. I love it. So we got a lot of different things, and we're also working on another side. I'll tell y'all about that later. Let me give a shout out to our sponsors. Y'all know who our sponsor for the show is for Life After the Collar. The sponsor for Life After the Collar is EZ Silent Hustle. EZ Silent Hustle. That's the letter E, the letter Z, silenthustle.com. If you go there, it's really, really meant for entrepreneurs. If you're an entrepreneur, you go by there and you make sure because later on, let me help y'all out. You're going to want somebody to sow into you. And you want somebody to buy your brand or follow you, or to get with your service that you're giving. Let me help you all out. If you don't do it for others, others will not do it for you. Let me help you all out. If you don't do it for others, others will not do it for you. So go by EZ Silent Hustle, the letter E, the letter Z, silenthustle.com. And you will see her brand called Silent Hustler. Silent Hustler. And it's meant for, and it says the same thing. You got your hustle on in the background and you're working out some things and you're not ready to launch that thing out. Get you a Silent Hustler t-shirt. And then when you're wearing that t-shirt, it is conversational starter. I wore that shirt 3 or 4 times out in public, and every time I wear it, I always get somebody to pull me aside and say, hey, what is that? And instead of talking about Silent Hustler, I tell them where I got it from, but then I explain what my business is, what my hustle is. I guarantee you it works. All right? SilentHustle.com, EZ SilentHustle.com. That's the letter E, the letter Z, SilentHustle.com. And if you're looking to promote your business on social media, all the platforms, if you're trying to get your website at the top of Google and stuff like that, you need to go by there. She already added the link to her mentoring part, where she teach you about social media and how you see those ads on the side and how you see commercials come up in between your timeline. She teach you how to do that. And you can target, if you're in Atlanta, you can target only the people in Atlanta. If your gear is if your service is for women and you live in Atlanta, she would show you how to market your thing specifically for the clientele that you're looking for. She would tell you exactly what to do. So y'all go by EZSilentHustle.com. That's the letter E, the letter Z, SilentHustle.com. The sponsor for this week is Smokehouse Cigars. Smokehouse Cigars in Atlanta, Georgia, at 2454 Memorial Drive, Southeast, Suite E. I'm going to say it again. Smokehouse Cigars, Atlanta, Georgia, 2454 Memorial Drive, Southeast, Suite E. When you go there, you are going to find the most beautiful couple that you will ever meet. One of the things that I love about the cigar world is being able to see different facets of people. The one that I fell in love with, the group that I fell in love with, is the husband and wife team that smoke cigars together. It is the most attractive thing. And now that I see not only smoking cigars together, you own a husband and wife team that owns a cigar lounge together. If you are in Atlanta, I need you to go by 2454 Memorial Drive, Southeast, Suite E, Atlanta, Georgia, and visit Smokehouse Cigars. Even if you just peek your head in the door and say hello. Even if you just do that. Now, if you want to go in and sow into their business and you don't know anybody that smokes cigars, Well, you're listening to somebody that smokes cigars, and you want to go in and sow a seed into their business. Go buy a cigar and say, hey, leave this for J Mad on Life After the Collars. That's all you have to do. Say, leave this for J Mad, and I'll be able to go by there and swing by, pick it up. Because I'm going to go by there, and I'm going to start hanging out there. I'm going to start hanging out there at least once a week. Even if I just sit back and bring my laptop and I get some work done, because I got to find me a spot outside of my home to go and start doing my acting and modeling stuff that I got to do. I said that I'm holding office hours. I think I'm going to use Smokehouse Cigars as my office, but we'll see. 2454 Memorial Drive Southeast, Suite E, Atlanta, Georgia. That phone number, let me give you this phone number out. That phone number is 470-228-2563. Again, that number is 470-228-2563. They are open till 9 p.m. tonight. They are open to 9 p.m. tonight. Okay? Y'all go there and hang out with those folks. Tell them J Mad sent you. And y'all just sit back and just enjoy yourself. All right? Let's make it do what it do. Let's get back into some music, and then we're going to get into this conversation. We're going to get into this I spent a lot of time talking on where we're going with. We're going to make it do what it do. Holla at your boy. This is J Mad. And we're having a featured artist. We have two artists. Y'all missed, if you all wasn't on, I think last month. It was last month. We had Ella May. We did an interview with Ella May, and she broke down that song for us, Boot Up, and told us what it meant, what the lyrics meant, and stuff like that. We're gonna have other interviews like that coming up. But tonight we don't have any interviews. We're just gonna these PJ Morton and NDRE are our featured artists today. All right.
You know that real love. Sometimes you can't explain it. It just comes out like gibberish. I'm looking at your picture. Wishing I could be with you, but I'll see you soon. Nevertheless, I still get so anxious. It never gets old to me. My love just grows constantly. I can't explain it. It's like blah, 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 blah. I can't find the words for this looking. Comes out like blah, 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 blah. This love is so marvelous, just comes out like gibberish. Blah, blah, blah.
Doesn't matter what you wear. T-shirt and jeans, I don't care. Just as long as you're here. Just the thought of you sometimes makes me feel so weak. Makes me go back in time. Back to when I couldn't walk or speak. It makes me go blah, 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 blah. Can't find the words for this love. Comes out like blah, 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 blah.
This love is so marvelous, just comes out like gibberish.
wouldn't normally do this, but just want to talk this time. It's my story. It was 1981. That's the year my mama and my daddy had a son. They called him Paul like his pops, he was his namesake. It's been a lot of pressure trying to keep that name great. Just because I got his name don't mean that I'm him. People look at me like I'm supposed to be his twin. We're so different, yet we're still the same. He taught me how to be a man, for that he's to blame. For being a man, I learned that I gotta stand on my own, not spend my whole life trying to be his clone. Crazy thing is that the pressure never came from home. It came from outside people who think they know him. So back up, you don't know me, you don't understand. This is the life of the son of a preacher man. Preacher man.
No matter what I do, no matter what I do, no matter what I say, no matter what I say, people see what they wanna see. It doesn't matter anyway. No matter where I stand, no matter what I stand, no matter who I am, some people will only ever see the son of a preacher man.
So, fast forward, now I'm in my teens, really deep in the music, starting to see my dreams. But every now and then I would second guess, should I stick to this music? Is it really best? I mean, even my mama sometimes say I'm running. Sometimes I started to believe her even though I knew I wasn't. She says, son, you can really make a change. I thought that's what I'm doing when I do my thing. She says, no, it's deeper than the music. Deeper than the music. Music is my weapon, so I use it. But I guess that's just not good enough. Look at us, look at us. We're pastors and we preach. But that's not always gonna reach like music does. It can cross boundaries. It can touch everyone around me. Not even saying a word, just melody. And you telling me that's not ministry? I'm confused, I just don't understand. This is the life of the son of a preacher man.
No matter what I do, no matter what I do, no matter what I say, no matter what I say, people see what they wanna see. It doesn't matter anyway. No matter where I stand, no matter who I am, some people will only ever see the son of a preacher man.
Fast for a grown man, alright, you don't have to preach. You can do your music if that's the way you reach. But at least you could do gospel music, right? Right. I mean, gospel music, yet another boundary. Just another way that you could put your chains on me. Trying to make me what you want me to be. But I broke the chains a long time ago, so I'm free. Free to talk about what I'm feeling. Talk about love and life and still be in the wheel. Talking about relationships, how they start and end. And how you never want to try again. Because it hurts so bad. You never want to go back. But you know that you could get back. And one day the pain will all pass. I'd rather talk about that. Guess it ain't the pulpit. Oh well, and please everybody, this is the life of the son of a
No matter what I do, no matter what I do, no matter what I say, no matter what I say, people see what they wanna see. It doesn't matter anyway. No matter where I stand, no matter who I am, some people will only ever see the son of a preacher man. Sure, I don't need anything else. This is the best feeling I've ever felt. I know it took a long time, but now I'm here. And I ain't going nowhere, no more fear. Room full of people, but I only see you. Yeah, I'm so focused, everything else is in my rearview. Tell me what it's going to take for you to see. I only want to be with you. Say, girl, you know that you're the only one that I want. The one that I want, the one that I want. You know that you're the only one that I need. The one that I need, the one that I need. You're the only one that I want. Hey, one that I want. Hey, one that I want. You know that you're the only one that I need. The one that I need, the one that I need. Oh. I know you've heard me say the same things before, but this time's different. I'm sure
So just give me one more chance, I won't let you down. Just watch what I show you, watch what I show you now. I know that forever is a long time, but there is no other choice in my mind. Tell me what it's going to take to make you see that I only want to be with you. Say, girl, you know that you're the only one that I want, one that I want, one that I want. You know that you're the only one that I need, one that I need, one that I need. You know that you're the only one that I want, one that I want, one that I want. You know that you're the only one that I need, one that I need, one that I need. I've made up my mind. I know just what I want. I'm just waiting for you to see what I see so clearly. I've never been more sure. Oh, never in my life. But the time is right for you to be my one and only. You know that you're the only one that I want, one that I want, one that I want. You know that you're the only one that I need, one that I need, one that I need. You know that you're the only one that I want, one that I want, one that I want. Hey, you're the only one that I need, one that I need, one that I need. Stevie Wonder, play on.
That's right. You're listening to Life After the Collar with J-Man on Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio. Let's go ahead and get into this conversation. And it's something that I've been, actually probably for the last, I want to say a few months that I've been dealing with this internally. And I've had several conversations about this topic. About becoming mature in life. You know, we go through so much. When you're in your 40s and your 50s, and when you're in your 40s and on, you've experienced so many things in life. And once you reach, you're in your 20s and your 30s, you still have leeway to make some mistakes. It is what it is. But when you're in your 40s, if God has blessed you enough to be in your 40s, your maturity level should be at a certain high. It should be at a certain level. It is what it is. If you are acting like you was acting when you was in high school, even if you're looking, I'm not talking about physically, like if you're young, you're just young. I just know, even me, I literally wear my salt and pepper. I went to my first audition. Just answering an ad or a post for a Tyler Perry movie. And I showed up and I filled out the form that we had to fill out and all of this other stuff. And I went back in the room to talk with the people. And when I walked in, the lady looked at her paper and she looked up at me and she looked at her, and I noticed that she was doing this. And so when I sat down, we got engaged in a conversation. And she looked at me. She said, "Are you sure you're 45?" She said, "You're really 45?" I was like, "Yes, I'm really 45." I said, I wear my salt and pepper beard so that I can have age. If I was to shave my beard off, I look much younger. So I'm not talking about that physical appearance. I'm talking about how we dress, how we carry ourselves. How when people look at us, if you're 40 and above, they should be able to look at you and know who you are, know where your maturity level is, know where your mind state is. Even I'm gonna be real with you. I'll be real with you. Even though I live in Atlanta, so I know what the deal is. Even know what your sexuality is. I'm just gonna break it down real clear today. I'm gonna break it down, and I'm not saying nothing wrong with either, or if it is what it is. Here's an example. So, Saturday's event that I went to, that I was asked to go to attend, and it was a great place to hang out. Matter of fact, that's where I met the people of Smokehouse Cigars. Well, if you know the industry that I'm in, marketing, fashion, and all of this other stuff, you know that industry, it is what it is. No love lost. But when I walked through, I didn't have to worry about somebody approaching me in a certain manner. And throughout that night, I didn't. And it was full of that sexuality preference that was in there. But I did not get approached one day. I didn't get offended by it. Matter of fact, I talked to several of them. None of them came at me a certain way. The people that they were honoring, I spoke to them. It is what it is. And I put some blessings on them. I said, hey, congratulations, blessings on you. Keep doing the good work. Now, back in the day, I'm going to be real with y'all. When I was in high school, the first time I ever saw anyone in that environment, as far as their sexual preference, I moved from Macon, Georgia, to Atlanta area. And I went to this school in the Atlanta area, metro area. And I was in class one day. I was in algebra class. And I was confused. Like the third day in that class, I finally grabbed one of the dudes. And I said, hey, let me ask you a question. Is that a girl looking like a boy, or a boy looking like a girl? So I was confused. Never saw that in my life. And so I ended up getting into ministry and stuff like that, and I denounced those people. Spoke against them, hated them with a passion. One would come, this particular guy would come over and do my sister's hair. And I despised it. I despised it. Went off to the military. Went over to Japan for a few years. Came home only to find out that same thing that I despised hit my own household. My sister doesn't mind me sharing, because my sister she's free. My sister free, and that's why I love my sister. She know 99.9% of everything I done in life, right or wrong. That's the only person in this world that I can confide in, because I know she's gonna tell me the truth and she's not gonna hold back on me. And I came home one day, I called when I was time for me to end my enlistment or my tour over in Japan. I called her back and said, hey, I'm headed back home. We get to hang out together. We're going to go to clubs, da-da-da-da. Had a whole spiel. She was like, no, you don't go to the clubs that I go to. And then when I was like, well, I go to country clubs. I used to DJ in a country club. Believe it or not, I used to DJ in a country club. I used to DJ in a hard rock club, because I love music. Used to DJ in the R&B club, old school, jazz. I could do all of it. And so when we was on the phone and she told me about it, I hung up on her. Out of hate. But then I thought about it. Wait a minute, Jason. First of all, that's family. Second of all, your your butt should have grown up by now. I should have matured out of that. So when I got home, we was able to sit down and we was able to talk about it. We talked about some few things, and that is the closest thing in this world to me. She's closer to me than my mama. She's closer to me than my dad. She's closer to me than any of my other brothers and sisters. That girl right there, that's my ace. That's my ace boon coon. For real, for real. But I had to mature in my own way of thinking. I had to grow up. Many of us are still thinking, and we're still acting, and we're still responding in two manners. I said that I was going to talk about spirituality, and I still said we're going to talk about the reality of life. Some of us are responding to life like we're teenagers, and we're throwing temper tantrums at life, and you're in your 40s, 50s, and 60s. Some of us on the spiritual side are acting as if we just got saved yesterday. And we want to throw all. There's a Bible verse that tells that the immature Christian is always looking for signs, and God will provide them with signs and motivate them and push them and give them what they need. But when you mature in life, just like when old boy stepped out of the boat to walk on the water, you couldn't be a babe in Christ to walk on water. He looked at Jesus and said, if that be you, tell me to come here. And he started walking on water because his faith level was somewhere else. When do we get to that point in our Christian walk and in our daily walk? When do we get there? Whether it's dealing with the stuff that happens on our jobs, the stuff that happens within our family, the stuff that happens within our relationships, and the list goes on. When do we grow up? When can I tell, when can I look at you and say, that one right there is mature enough to handle anything that comes their way? Be real honest with you. I'll be open and honest with you. I'm 45 years old, and I just got there. I'm 45 years old, and I just got there the beginning of this year. I wasted so many days. I wasted so many months. I wasted so many years because I decided I did not want to grow up. It was a decision. It was a choice. Because if I was to have taken all of the lessons that I've learned in life and applied them to me and grew from it, a while ago, I would have learned. Let's talk about a love relationship. I'm the type that I fall in love real quick. I used to be the type that I fall in love real quick. That ain't me anymore. Do I still have my feelings? And do I still express myself? Yes. But it's hard to fall in love with J-Mad in these days. It is what it is. Because I had to learn. Life experience has taught me a whole bunch of things. A whole bunch of lessons. Saving money. Back in the day, life is good. Life is good. Thank God I had sense enough to join the military when I was 19 years old. I retired when I was 39 years old. And so it was only by the grace of God that he gave me a little bit of sense in my head at that time. But now I'm learning how to have more responsibility of money. I can't go out. I know the difference between sowing into people and letting people use me. It takes growth. It takes growth. And if we don't learn how to grow, we're going to miss it every single time. Every single time. It is what it is. You're listening to Life After the Collar with your boy J-Man, and we're just having a conversation. We're just talking about maturing in life. learning your lessons in life, growing up in life. We are having a artist features. Well, actually, 2 artist features today. PJ Morton and NDRE. We started off with NDRE. We interns played some PJ Morton, and we'd probably just intertwine both of them together and see what we come up with. All right. You listen to Life After the Collar with your boy J-Man on Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio. Shout out to Smokehouse Cigars in Atlanta, Georgia, who's the sponsor for today's show. Smokehouse Cigars, excuse me. Smokehouse Cigars is located at 2454 Memorial Drive, Southeast, Suite E in Atlanta, Georgia. Their number is 470-228-2563. All right.
I've got this feeling that I need to express, laying it out so you don't have to guess. I'm making myself vulnerable, but you keep holding back, so scared to let go. If you're looking for love, I think I could be the one, the one, the one. Yeah, yeah. Tell me why you wanna be so cruel, acting like you don't feel the way that you do. We got the strongest compatibility. I just wanna explore the possibilities, but if you only wanna play games with me, I ain't the one, the one, the one. Yeah. I ain't got a husband, you ain't got a wife. We 2 grown folks, let's spend some time together. Get to know me better, maybe share some laughter. It just might turn into happily ever after. You never know, I just might be the one, the one, the one. I just might be that special girl, the one that God made specially for you. I just might be that special girl, the one to make you happy. I just wanna make you happy. One day we might look up to find that we were. I know it might sound strange to you, but I'm telling you this because I feel it's true. Yeah. See, I got a feeling that you just might be the one, the one, the one. Yeah. La la la, la la la, la la Sometimes I shave my legs and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I comb my hair and sometimes I won't. Depending on how the wind blows, I might even paint my toes. It really just depends on whatever feels good in my soul. Not the average girl from your video, and I ain't built like a supermodel, but I learned to love be. And I know I created it and make no mistakes on me. My feet, my thighs, my lips, my eyes, I'm loving what I see. I'm not the average girl from your video, and I ain't built like a supermodel, but I learned to love myself unconditionally because I am a queen. I'm not the average girl from your video. My worth is not determined by the price of my clothes. No matter what I'm wearing, I will always be in the RE. Am I less of a lady if I don't wear pantyhose? My mama said a lady ain't what she wears but what she knows. But I've drawn the conclusion it's all an illusion. Confusion's the name of the game. A misconception, a mass deception. Something's gotta change. Don't be offended, this is all my opinion. Ain't nothing that I'm saying, Lord. This is a true confession of a life learned lesson I was sent here to share with y'all. So get in where you fit and go on and shine. Clear your mind, now's the time. Put your salt on the shelf, go on and love yourself, cause everything's gonna be alright. Not the average girl from your video. And I ain't built like a supermodel, but I learned to love myself unconditionally because I am a queen. I'm not the average girl from your video. My worth is not determined by the price of my clothes. No matter what I'm wearing, I can always be in the RE. Keep your fancy drinks and your expensive minks. I don't need that to have a good time. Keep your expensive car and your caviar. All I need is my guitar. Keep your crystal and your pistol. I'd rather have a pretty piece of crystal. Don't need your silicone. I prefer my own. What God gave me is just fine. But I learned to love myself unconditionally because I am a queen. I'm not the average girl from your video. My worth is not determined by.
Yeah, you need that real talk. Well, J Mad, he got ya right here doing God's work, bringing life after the collar. Hey, radio show and he's doing it big. You just can't ignore J Mad, bringing you the word. Just holla at your boy. Hey, life after the collar with J Mad.
I love the fragrance of your voice. You're the color of loyal. My favorite sound is your smile. I'm intoxicated with joyful. Oh, I am moved by you. Oh, I am moved by you. I feel you on the bottom of my feet, the very blush in my cheek. I love the taste of the words you don't say. You're the very meaning of peace. I am a 10,000 petal flower unfolding in this moment. I feel so vulnerable and so empowered. It's everything is nothing is perfect. Oh, I am moved by you. Oh, cracking open of a heart. You make me feel so alive. I am honored to know the twinkle of your star. Oh, I am moved by you. Oh, I am moved by you. Hey, hey, la, la, la. I am moved. Hey, nothing, nothing, nothing moves me like you move me. Oh, I am moved by you. I give thanks for my time upon the planet Earth. By all of your beauty, I am so inspired. Your love has baptized me by fire. Oh, I am moved by you. Oh, I am moved by you. Oh, I am moved. Hey, hey. I just wanna say thank you, yeah. Thank you, thank you. Oh, I am moved by you. Oh, I am moved by you.
You're listening to Life After the Collar with your boy J-Man on Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Alexa, Tumblr, YouTube. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. But you should be able to find your boy somewhere. There was a term that they said that they're using now, Google me. Well, it's probably old now. Google me. You should be able to find me somewhere. Somewhere along the way. Hashtag Life After the Collar or hashtag LATC. You should be able to find me somewhere in somebody neck of the woods. Maturity. We've been talking about. Let me do this. Today's show we have featured artists today. Normally I'm just out, just enjoying music, playing, making it do what it do. Friday nights we go all the way in and we just have a good time. And we just enjoy music because we're live. We're actually out in town. We do a live broadcast from a remote location at Paradise Island Cigar Lounge in Lithonia, Georgia on Friday nights. We're actually working on something now, and that news will come soon, that I may be able to have another spot that I can do once a week or maybe once every other week. And we can just, we're expanding. We're expanding on Life After the Collar. Y'all know what Life After the Collar is about. We just enjoy. What we do is, let me turn this headset down. What we do is we take spirituality and reality and merge the two together. So a lot of times you'll hear me talking about just realities of life, and every now and, well, a lot of times you will hear me throw spirituality in it. One of the things that I found out that we're missing is the church don't know how to talk to the world, and the world is too busy looking at the church that like it's looking in the mirror. Oh boy, I just hit a nerve. My bad. I'm not going there. Anyway, today we're talking about maturity. We're talking about maturity, spiritual maturity, and just simple maturity. I looked it up, and it says fully developed physically, fully grown. An organism becoming physically mature. I'm trying to be real careful with my words. Just because your body indicates, I'll go even deeper. Just because your age, and I'm talking about me. Remember I said I was 45 and I'm just now getting this thing. I'm just getting the grasp of this thing. Just because physically you're grown, mentally you may not be grown. Going even deeper. I'm going to go even deeper. Emotionally, you may not be grown. Those are 3 different areas of maturity. Well, let me add in the 4th one. Spiritually, many of us have not learned to be grown. Yeah, I blew in the mic. My bad. We have to get to a place, men, and my family that's listening to me. All of y'all that's listening, I see y'all. I'm giving a shout. Let me refresh this and see who else has joined. Yeah, 2 more people has joined in the last 15-20 minutes. Shout out to y'all. Yeah, don't worry about it. I see y'all. I see everybody that's coming on. I know y'all think y'all. I know a lot of people that think that when they come on my show and they're hiding in the cut and they don't say anything. But my program is what it is. And I can see everybody that's on. So shout out to everybody that's on. The new accounts that's out there. Shout out to you. But we have to learn. We have to learn how to be. Because when you're physically grown, you don't have a choice. There's no choice. I years ago, and I'm not being funny at all. I'm not, because this industry is really near and dear to my heart. When I was in the military, I was in Kings Bay, Georgia, in the Jacksonville, Florida area. Kings Bay, Georgia. I was the Special Olympics coordinator for 3 different areas, 3 different regions, and we used to put on. I was the chairman, and we used to put on this huge. What do they call it? Olympics, Special Olympics, and the people that would win make a certain time, they would go on to the national type things. And some of those folks was physically grown, but mentally and emotionally, they were not grown. Many of us are like them. I'm saying we. Look, y'all don't look at me. I saw whoever that put them that just crossed your eyes and said what you said in your mind. I heard you. Many of us are physically grown, but a whole lot. And I'm not talking about the 30 and below. If you have not reached 40, I'm not talking about you all. You all have some growing to do, because the day you turn 40, and this is real talk, anybody that reached 40, anybody that's 40 and up, know that when you reach 40, it's a whole nother conversation that happens in your mental state. Some of us have become physically grown and still acting like we're in high school and still doing silly stuff. And we treat, I could tell you, here's how I know who is emotionally grown. I'm going to help y'all out. Here is a way that you can determine what person, if they're 40 and up, I'm talking about my 40s and up, 30s and below, y'all in a different categories. I consider 30s and below still in the millennia category. But 40s and up, if social media is so big on your life, letting people know what you're doing, you get in a relationship. If that person don't put you on relationship, that you're in a relationship with them, or put pictures on yours, you are not mentally or emotionally grown. That's just me. Let me go to the chat room and see if anybody said anything. Anybody? Yes, you can download those songs. Beautiful song. Yes, thank you. That is a wonderful song. Yes, you can download the songs, and you can download the actual. Deanna, you can also. Tamika asked if you can down. That Tamika said it was a beautiful song. Moved by You, and that was Moved by You. That when I first heard that song, heard that song, I was living in Camden, in Stockbridge, Georgia, and that song had just that album. Oh man, what was the name of that album? Song something. Oh, I was just looking at it too. Anyway, the album had just came out, and the very first time I heard the song "Moved by You," "Moved by You" by NDRE, I fell in love with it. A lot of y'all slipped on that album. Song. What is the name of that album? It's an album that I think everybody should have. Let me see if I can find. I gotta find the name of that album. If somebody in my chat room can help me out with that album name, it's Song Something, and she merged like 3 words together, 2 or 3 words together. NDRE, but yes, "Moved by You" is a great song. But nobody said nothing about my conversation, so I'm good. I'm safe. Everybody good. But if you're in your 40s and above, and you are emotionally venting, and you are, now I understand passive aggressiveness on social media, because sometimes you just want to say what you need to say, because if you just say it to yourself, it don't mean anything. You want somebody else to hear it. I get that. That's called passive aggressiveness. I get that. But when you are, let me stop. There's a certain level of maturity that we all have to be in. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And when we don't reach that level, 30s, you get a pass. Okay, I got you. 20s, you show enough. You just trying to figure out life. Shout out to the last 3 people that just joined. If you just joined in the last 5 minutes, hey, what's up? Good to see you. Thank you for joining. And we're just talking about maturity, spiritual maturity. Because let's switch it over to this then. Even in our spiritual walk, whatever God shows us and however we act in the natural is how we act in the spiritual. Anything that God's going to give us or show us or teach us in the spiritual, He's going to first show us in the natural. And He's going to reveal who we are spiritually by revealing who we are naturally. So if you are a certain way naturally, you are the exact same way spiritually. I stepped on all kind of toes right in through there. I promise you, I just stepped on a whole bunch of toes. Thank you, Deanna. Songification. Songification. Like conversation and song. Songification. I don't know if I'm saying that word right. I used to be able to say it right. But it was one of the greatest albums that NDRE made. Thank you so much, Deanna. But anything that God is going to show, because our natural eyes, I'm going a little bit deep here. Our natural eyes have to see naturally before we're able to see spiritually. That's why everything, if you really study the Bible, He show a whole bunch of things. That's why He used a whole bunch of parables. That's why He tells a whole bunch of stories. That's why He does certain things. That's why agriculture is so big in the Bible, because back then agriculture was money. See, if I go Bible on y'all gonna be real confused. So if you are throwing temper tantrums naturally, I guarantee you throw temper tantrums to God. If you go crying and whining about natural things, I guarantee you go to God crying, whining, snot throwing everywhere, all these other throwing temper tantrums and all these other things. I guarantee you 100% out of 100% that's what you do. You ain't got to believe me. You ain't even got to listen to me. You're listening to Life After the Collar with your boy J-Man on Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio. Let's make it do what it do. We just got to listen to, what was that, NDRE? Let's go do some PJ Morton. Holla at your boy. This is J-Man. It's out.
Yeah. Ounce and soul. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'm still in the bed, The time is ticking, it's going on late afternoon. But I can't seem to move, cause it's killing me inside. She's supposed to be my bride, but she's left me. Yeah. So somebody help, cause I don't think that I can go on through this myself. It's an emergency, so somebody help me please, cause I can't even breathe. Come back to me, yeah. Basically, I need your love, girl. Baby, please, I need your love, girl. Please come back to me, I need your love, girl. Cause I just can't go on, I need your love, girl. That's the reason I'm singing this song.
Say love, I'm liking how you coming, yeah. First game, right shoes tight, girl, you're something, yeah. She don't beg for it, cause she a worker. Lady in the streets, but in the bed, she a twerker. Can't talk about her, cause she got it together. She ain't worried about you, cause you ain't doing better. Haters gon' hate, cause they live for social media. My dip got mad, start tripping, cause I deleted her. Ooh, I keep it real, I keep it gutter. Like me, you would never find another. Put your heart in my hand, I'ma melt it like butter. I'm an old school lover, give me that number. Write it down for me, yeah, give me that number. Say me in your heart, we might make it to the summer. Maybe even winter, babe, I need a winter. Next to January, still rocking in December, yeah. Weekends or the weekdays, it's love when you feel fall we bed. Don't matter what the streets say. I know your girlfriend's trying to make you leave me. Now you know I gotta keep it real with you. Soon as they man leave, they gon' try to live with you. Now you know I go hard for you. I went and got a Walmart gift card for you.
I need your love, girl. Baby, please, I need your love, girl. Please come back to me, I need your love, girl. Cause I just can't go on, I need your love, girl. Yeah, and that's the reason I'm singing the song. Turn around, touch the ground, girl, you better please me, yeah. Got 'em off the easy, yeah. Turn around, touch the ground, girl, you better please me, L-O-V-E, L-O-V-E, D-A-T, yeah, L-O-V-E. That love, oh. What is this feeling that I feel? It feels kind of new, not what I'm used to. Can somebody help me? Cause I am confused. No one showed me the secrets, no one showed me the clues. I think I am falling, falling in love. Your love with don't know what to do. Can't control my feelings for you. Tell me what to do. I'm falling for you. I know in past time I didn't act right, but I'm willing to change. I'm falling, baby. It's plain and simple for you. I'm just falling for you. Ooh, I'm falling. I'm falling. I'm falling. I'm falling. Yeah. Ooh. I think I am falling. Falling in love. In love. Don't know what to do. Can't control my feelings. Can't control my feelings for you. Tell me what to do. Tell me what to do. I think I am falling. Falling in love. Falling in love. In love with you. Don't know what to do. Control my feelings for you. Feelings for you. Tell me what to do. Oh, I think I'm falling for you. 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 Don't know. Control my feelings for you. Feelings for
Tell
you.
me what to do.
Tell me, help me, please.
We had been around each other for decades, and that is just an amazing feeling.
When we first began, it was like hand in glove. It was the most amazing experience ever.
When we first began, it felt like he was like my best friend.
No one makes me feel the way you do inside. And I don't know what I would do without you, and that's no lie. If I die, I'd hope to find you in another life, so we could fall again. Be the way we were when we first began. Like the first time that I ever saw you smile. I want that feeling again. Let's be the way we were when we first began. Yes, we've got something special. Let's hold on and don't let go. And I'll never find another like you, and this I know. If I die, I hope to find you in another life, so we could fall again and be the way we were when we first began. Like the first time that I ever saw you smile. I want that feeling again. Let's be the way we were when we first began. 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 If I die, I hope to find you in another life, so we could fall again. Let's be the way we were when we first began. The first time that I ever saw you smile. Give me that feeling again. Let's be the way we were when we first began.
The success that we have experienced together would not be possible without my wife leading the way. So thank you for holding a brother down. Appreciate you.
And then find that one that just stands all the way out, that makes you go like, wait a minute. Like, I have not experienced this.
So after being together for a lot of years now, we still have a good time together. We still enjoy each other's time.
Yeah. And we actually like each other.
Yes.
First Began is about my dad falling in love with my mom
Let's go.
and stuff.
Freestyle Nation. Boom clack. Remix. Hey, hey, hey. You don't treat me like you used to. You don't appreciate me no more. I don't understand why you changed, yeah. Maybe I gave you too much attention, 'cause if I forget to mention how you look, you lose your mind. Hey, when you're ready to go back, yeah, back to how it used to be, how it used to be, then all you do is ask, and I'll take you right back. Because I never want to go away, never want to live that way. Want you to be by my side, be by my side, be in my life. Yeah, every time you walk away, every time you walk away, I just want to go back to how we were. You used to smile at me for no reason at all. Had no explanation for the way that you were acting. And now all I get is a smile turned upside down. It's turned into a frown. Can't figure it out. When you're ready, you're ready. Ready to go back. Go back, go back. Back to how it used to be. How it used to be. Then all you do is I'll take you right back. Because I never want to go away. No, never want to live. Never want to live that way. Want you to be by my side. Be by my side. Be in my life. Ooh. Every time you walk away. Every time you walk away. I just want to go back. Want to go back to how we were. Because I never want to go away. Never want to live that way. Want you to be by my side. Be by my side. Be in my life. Be in my life. Every time you walk away. Every time. Take a piece of me away. I just want to go back to how we were. Ooh, please tell me that you love me. Make a world of difference to me. It would make me feel so happy. Please tell me that you love me. Make a world of difference to me. It will make me feel so happy. Please tell me that you love me. Make a world of difference. Make a world of difference. It will make me feel so happy. Please tell me that you love me. Make a world of difference to me. It will make me feel so happy. I said, ooh, please tell me that you love me. Make a world of difference. Make a world of difference. It will make me feel so happy. Please tell me that you love me. Make a world of difference. It will make me feel so happy.
You're listening to your boy J-Man on Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all the other platforms that we're on. We talked a lot about maturity and what it means, gave you some definitions. But I guess my question is right now, what is it supposed to look like? How do you denote someone who is mature or not? Honestly, that answer is really, really easy. sit back and watch how they, and this is on the natural side and the spiritual side. This is on the natural side and the spiritual side. Watch how they respond to adversity. If you watch how they respond to adversity, you will tell you can tell exactly who they are, what they are, how mature they are. You can tell that if they're a beginning. You can tell that they don't learn a few things. And then you can tell if they have gotten past the humps of life. And what I mean by that is when people, it's just like when hurricane season comes. You can tell those that aren't used to being an adult during hurricane season. They may have in the past gone through hurricanes, but mama and daddy used to take care of everything. But a couple of years as an adult during hurricane season, all you got to sit back and watch. You can see who's prepared and who's not. That's all you got to do is just sit back and watch. Because life, an experienced and a mature person does not allow the storm to bother them. I posted earlier this week this statement. The church taught us this. The church. Let me preface this before I go into my statement that I posted. The church told us half of the story. I know y'all mad at me right now. I know y'all mad at me. I'm not getting on the church. I'm just saying what they told us. The church told us that storms or bad days don't last always. And this is geared, that conversation is geared to those people and is used to manipulate. Oh, okay. It is used to comfort those people that are going through bad days. Storms don't last always, which tells you, look, just keep hanging in there. The good days are going to come. But what they don't tell us is that the good days don't last always either. You have to be prepared for both. That is the sign of a mature person. Whether you're talking about your spiritual walk or whether you're talking about your natural walk. No matter where you look at this thing, good days, bad days do not last always. That is true. You're going to go through some bad phases in your life. But guess what? It's not going to be around you the whole time. It's going to, soon that cloud is going to lift. And the sun is going to come out. And life is going to get good. And you're going to get in a comfortable space. And things in life is going to look bright. And life is going to be good. And this is going to be right. And this is going to fall into place. And that is going to fall into place. But you best be sure that those good days that you experience is going to go away too. T.D. Jakes said it the best. It's like being in school. When you're in kindergarten, you're good. But then you got to graduate and go to elementary school. And so now you start off in elementary school and you're in the first grade, but you're at the bottom of elementary school. And then you got to go all the way up to 6th grade. Now, when you're in 6th grade, you are the bomb of the school. You're a 6th grader, 5th. Well, some areas is 5th, some areas is 6th. But the end of elementary school, you're at the top. I remember when I went to Hunt Elementary School in Macon, Georgia, and it was the 6th grade, and I was the fire marshal, and I was the bomb because I dated. Her name was Audrey Randall. She was the most popular girl in school, and that was my girlfriend until she met my brother. And my brother was in high school already, so she liked my brother better than me. It is what it is. That's immature stuff. I was being petty right in through there. But watch this. I was dating the most popular girl in school, Audrey Randall. I was on the fire marshal squad. Now I'm still a small guy. I'm teeny tiny, but it is what it is, because it is what it is. But when I go to middle school, I'm at the bottom of the level of that new phase in life. I've advanced in life, but I'm at the bottom. I feel like a nobody. Nobody knows my name. Nobody even care about me. You go on. Get in high school, it's the same way. In middle school, once I was in the 8th grade, I was good. But then I got in high school, and I got right back at the bottom. I'm on a whole different level. If I was to go back to middle school, I got all the props that I needed. But because I can't deal with them folks in middle school, I got to deal with the folks in high school. I'm at the bottom of the barrel. Until I became a senior in high school. And when I became a senior in high school, it was this, that, and the other. People knew me, goes on and on. And then I graduated from high school, and I had to start life. And I had to start at the bottom. I cannot expect a 20-year-old to act like me. I cannot. My middle son, Jamal, just graduated from high school. I cannot expect my middle school son, my high school son, that just graduated from high school, to act like me at 45. No, I still got to argue with him a little bit. I told both of my 2 oldest sons that I don't tell grown people what to do. Both of them are grown. Here's the thing. Life is going to take us on different levels. Every level, what's the old school song? Every round goes higher and higher. We are climbing Jacob's ladder. Every round goes higher and higher. That's life. How you acted in your 20s is not how you should be acting in your 40s and 50s. How you acting in your spiritual walk when you first got saved back in the day, you should not spiritually, especially if you carry a title. You should have some type of sensibility about yourself. That's just me. That's just me. We all have to grow up sometime. Everybody have to grow up sometime. All right. Thank you all so much for joining me tonight on Life After the Collar on Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, with your boy J-Matt. We are on air Monday through Fridays at 7 p.m. Fridays we do a live show. If you're in the ATL and you want to come by Paradise Island in Lithonia, Georgia, and the guy told me this weekend that their profits has gone up about 30% on a Friday night. The crowd has definitely increased. So if you come out, let me go ahead and give you this tidbit information. If you come out, bring your lawn chairs, your folding chair things. Because we're outside now. We're pushing them outside now. Bring your lawn chairs. You can get you some cigars. If you don't smoke cigars, buy your boy J Mad some cigars. And let's make it do what it do. All right. Which way we going with this? Oh, we're back on NDRE. I may switch it into some other things, but we're gonna NDRE. These last few are some of my favorite songs. All right. Holla at your boy. This is Life After the Collar with your boy J Man on Spreaker.com.
This morning, you were the first thing on my mind. I don't know where it came from. All I know is I need you in my life. Yeah, you make me feel like I can be a better woman. If you just say you wanna take this friendship to another another place. Can I walk with you through your life? Can I lay with you as your wife? Can I be your friend till the end? Can I walk with you through your life? You've got me wondering if you know that I am wondering about you. The feeling is so strong that I can't imagine you're not feeling it too. Yeah, you've known me long enough to trust that I want what's best for you. If you wanna be happy, then I am the one that you should give your heart to. Can I walk with you through your life? Can I lay with you as your wife? Can I be your friend till the end? Can I walk with you through your life? Now every day ain't gonna be like a summer's day. Being in love for real, it ain't like a movie screen. But I can tell you all the drama aside. You and I can find what the world's been looking for forever. Friendship and love together. Can I walk with you through your life? Can I lay with you as your wife? Can I be your friend till the end? Can I walk with you through your life? Can I walk with you through your life? Till the day that the world stops turning, till the day that my heart stops beating. Can I walk with you through your life? Can I walk with you till the day that the birds no longer take flight? Till the moon is underwater. You're the one that I've been waiting for. Yeah, You're everything I've been looking for. Creative, intellectual beauty through your life. That's yeah. Your love is like cocoa butter on my heart. Your touch is like cocoa butter on my heart. Oh, your kiss is like cocoa butter on my heart. Oh boy, you are like cocoa butter on my heart. My heart was bruised, that's what happens when you use it. Ran into someone that turned it all black and blue. It's been that way for so long, the sight became familiar. And then your love came in just like a natural healer. You've got a way of making it all okay. You make it okay. Your love is like cocoa butter on my heart. Oh, your touch is like cocoa butter on my heart. Oh, your kiss is like cocoa butter on my heart. Oh boy, you are like cocoa butter on my
work, bringing life after the collar. Hey, radio show and he's doing it big. You just can't ignore. J Mad, bringing you the word. Just holla at your boy. Hey, life after the collar with J Mad.
Yeah, thank y'all so much for hanging with your boy J-Man. Thank you so much for hanging with your boy J-Man on Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio. This is Life After the Collar. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Same bat channel. Same bat